Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. For uses of use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now let's start this dang show.
You gonna have any fights this week? Oh man, we gotta have some fights.
Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys, by the way.
Pete, you got a chance of 3 practices with Greg, kind of running the offense. How did that look in practice, and how's it set up for Sunday?
Well, it felt a little different, and I'm glad that he had an impact. And so we'll see what happens on game day, but the guys responded really well.
You learned from the first time you guys played them since it was week 2, and now you're already in week 13.
Yeah, we just have a lot of familiarity, and knowing their coaches and how they do things. So it doesn't feel like it's that much different. They've had to make some adjustments because of their injuries that they've had. So as always, it's who you got on game day, that's available to you. And so there's some question. We'll see if the runner. I don't know if they've announced that the runner's back or not. And see what happens there. But they're a little bit different because they had to be, and they're really good coaches, so they've made really good adjustments, and they made the most of their personnel. One of the things they do, they really do highlight their personnel, and they use guys in roles, and it's very specific, and they've been doing that for a long time.
We're fresh off Thanksgiving. It's been a rough year, but what have you been thankful of from the team this year? Any silver linings, so to speak?
Yeah, I really have been very grateful for the way these guys have come to work every day, and we've asked them to act in a mode that brings the energy every day with really positive, be a positive kind of feeling behind everything that we're doing, and sharing it with your teammates and being a great teammate. And they've done that. And unfortunately, it hasn't shown up in the results of the games. But all the way till this morning, this day, these guys are in it, and they're coming out to practice with an attitude that they want to try to get something done and work hard at it. But I'm appreciative of that they have been accepting of because I don't do things like everybody else, and sometimes it can be hard on somebody or challenge to somebody. These guys have been fantastic, so I'm very grateful for that.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
What is up? Hold on. Music.
I can't fucking do
Too
it
many
all.
buttons. I got it. All right. Welcome to Saturday edition of the Cage Match. We'll preview the game for tomorrow. The reason why we're doing Saturday is because, of course, Black Friday and everyone's still traveling, coming back home, and if you live in the Bay Area, 580 was all jammed up with the new outlet. Well, they're not new no more, but the outlets and everyone, it was all bad. So here we are, though. Here we are. Welcome to the show.
Unlike Pete Carroll, we could adjust on the fly.
Asylum, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good. I mean, Raiders didn't play, so couldn't get disappointed. Can't get any better than that, right? No disappointment on Thanksgiving. So I'll take the W for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I didn't even worry about I watched a little football, but I didn't even worry about football. I'm all like, let me take a break from football right now. Because
fantasy implications.
Yeah, me and my sister, so I had, Thanksgiving with my sister and my mom, and it was like, we're not gonna look at because I'm facing my sister, so I'm not gonna look at it. We're not gonna look at it. We're just gonna, it's just, that's it.
I had to fantasy implications, playoff implications. I have to know game by game where I stand and what I need to happen.
Yeah, and I don't know what's gonna happen with my team. My chances of keeping the belt here are getting slim. All the people that anyways, okay.
You tried doing is not paid off.
Whatever. That just sounds like hating, and hating is not. We don't hate here on the Cage Match. Okay, this is all unhate. And let's about this team because we're getting frustrated with this
fantasy football and then cheating on fantasy football. No, hate is all real. It's there.
Welcome everybody. Oh, and I want to say first too, everyone's putting videos on did Chip Kelly sabotage his offense in this Raider team, and I just want to say that I believe we said that first within the last 3-4 weeks. I know I said I think there's some sabotage. I don't want to say it and sound like, a conspiracy theory and all that, but I just feel like there's some sabotage because it's the obvious things that are not happening.
But is it Chip Kelly sabotage or is it Pete Carroll sabotage?
Well, I always thought it was Chip Kelly, and then when Pete Carroll threw the wrench, I had my hands in their offense against this team, the Cowboys, and we want to get chunk plays. And I'm like, wait, are you trying to throw me off of my scent right now? Because I felt there was a disturbance in the force. And reports right now it was Chip Kelly. He was the mole.
But that's what they say. But then at the same time, you got to take, right? If we're going to go conspiracy theory and delve deep into that, right? What you hear is Chip Kelly was a Tom Brady guy.
Yes.
And maybe not the Pete Carroll guy. So was Pete Carroll having his hands in the mix in order to sabotage him so he can fire him and bring in his guy, Greg Olsen?
Oh, I was like, wait, Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll.
It just all points to that we're gonna do these shows again at the end of the season. All right, everybody, this is our third annual. Who's going to be your next head coach? Here are the candidates. That's what we should do. We should do something like that.
And we already have a candidate in here from Vincent.
And
Bob Cooter.
I'm telling you, okay, I think Vincent has some insider because he kept saying, I remember he kept saying draft loop, draft the kicker loop. Raiders did it, and it's not on Carlson. Videos I watched, they said our long snapper, Bobbin Meyer, has been snapping him pretty high. Like he's not the same as he was with Sieg a few years ago, who McDaniels cut when he came in. He got rid of John Gruden's long snapper, and you don't realize how important your long snapper is to your special team success.
There was a reason. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but there was a reason why the Raiders had a long-tenured long snapper. And everyone's like, what the hell? They're looked at like kickers, right? They ain't nothing. They ain't important. But you know what? There is a connection between those three, right? The holder, the long snapper. I mean, there has to be that magic. And there's a reason why they're a specialty players.
Yes. And that's why it's called a battery. And if the main part of that battery is not clicking, it's not starting, the rest of the whole thing ain't gonna work. So just there'll be a lot of wholesale changes, most likely, again, for the third year in a row.
I'm at that point. I'm done. I'm ready. Head coach. Let's start the rebuild now. Let's get it over with. Don't wait 3 years.
It's too late.
Just pull the Band-Aid off. Pull the Band-Aid off. It's going to hurt. You know, and then we got to remember when we rebandage it, we have to bandage it right. And then keep the bandage on there for the whole healing time in order to see the results. We can't just, you know, keep opening that wound every freaking year and starting from scratch.
You can't keep pouring tussin in it and hopefully that it's going to heal faster. It's not going to work that way, Kate.
Right.
Anyways, go ahead.
Oh, I just said, yeah, right?
Yeah. All right, let's go into the matchup itself. This is why we're all here. We appreciate everyone on a Saturday morning. We've got 7, 6. Well, it was up to 7 right now. Whatever.
It'll be
appreciate
back.
everyone and the new 2 subscribers that we got. We appreciate that. You know, we're climbing up the ladder. We're almost at 400. You know, we're building the show slowly, adding more things in. So we appreciate it.
We're the little show that could.
Little show that could. You know, it's what we do. All right, let's look at this, Asylum. All right. Raiders head to head. The Raiders versus the Chargers, of course. This is an AFL rival back in the day. We all know that there's a significant connection between these two franchises, and that is Al Davis. Al Davis started with the Raiders, and he came over to the Raiders, and he took the Charger shield, and he made it into the Raiders shield, and that's how history happened. That's what happened. And Raiders, the Raiders that we came to know and love, that's where it started and built, was from Al Davis himself. Okay, now let's look at the history. 69 and 61 and 2. So 69 wins, 61 losses, and 2 ties. The Raiders lead the all-time series. We all know the Chargers had that in the late 90s, early 2000s with Tomlinson and Gates and Phillips. You know, they had that run with Schottenheimer. Marty Schottenheimer, they had that run where they kind of owned. Actually, no, that wasn't the late 90s. That was after we lost Super Bowl. Then we were down, and the Chargers were coming up. They got as far as maybe the AFC Championship game. They kept getting beat by the Patriots, so they never made it as far as they wanted to go. And the Chargers are still the only team in the AFC West with no rings.
They made it to one.
They made it to one.
Really, really bad.
Really, really bad against the Niners. But that's history. Raiders are 2-9 in the fourth in the West, and the Chargers are second with 7-4 behind the Broncos. The last 10 meetings here, usually it's always like the Chargers will get one, and then the Raiders will get one, and the Chargers will get one, and the Raiders will get one. But I think as of right now, I believe the Raiders have an 0-9 record against the AFC West. Against AFC West opponents, they have a 9-game losing streak against AFC West opponents.
Wow!
And the Raiders been swept by the West last year. If they don't get one win out of this game, the Bronco game, or the Chiefs game, it's going to be 3 straight years. Come on, Raiders! But I was going to say there's no hope. There's no hope.
As long as we got Geno Smith and Pete Carroll, the only way is you better hope a team we play. And we play the Broncos in like 2 weeks.
We play the Broncos next week.
Next week. Okay. So basically the only hope we have of winning a game in the AFC West is the Chiefs actually clinch their playoff spot. Clinch that playoff spot and sit their starters to give us a chance. But we know that ain't happening. So as we digress, 3 straight years of getting swept by the division.
No, it won't be 3 straight. This would be 2 straight. Because 3 years ago was the Christmas game he was at.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 3 straight.
It seems that long though. It seems that long.
It seems like it's longer. What are you talking about? Jesus.
But there's also the other element right here, Asylum. It's SoFi Stadium. Even though this is the second home, because of course Vegas is the official home. This is the second home because Oakland is no longer. The stadium is there, but it's out of commission.
Yeah,
this is the second home of Raider Nation. Raiders are only 1-6 in this stadium. They got their first win during the COVID year, so when no one was there. So that's why people forget. Like, wait, the Raiders never won in SoFi. It's because no one was there. That's why no one remembered it. No one was there. Of course, it was on TV, but no one was there. So people forget that. Wait, they did have a win. 1-6 in SoFi Stadium, which is very, it's crazy because like it's the Raider fans go in there and they take over because they're still in LA. There's a big, huge Raider Nation is still in LA and they take over, but the Raiders I guess they just don't like to be at home. Same thing with Allegiant Stadium and same thing with SoFi Stadium. So I'm looking at these scores. I mean, the wins are scores. Yeah.
We had a loss by 1 point, lost by 5. Otherwise it's been kind of ugly. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the last game they played was against the Rams. That was the game where Aiden O'Connell started, and in the third series, the right tackle, I think DJ Glaze got like bull rushed into him, and when he went into Aiden O'Connell trying to make the throw, and his thumb jammed up into the guy's helmet. So Minshew came back in. So we haven't had a lot of luck inside SoFi Stadium. There will be a huge Raider presence there.
Funny for a dome stadium. Wasn't that the game that was delayed by lightning?
2021. That was 2021. That was the one that got delayed by lightning. That was the Raiders' first loss that year because they were like 3-0, and there was lightning. I'm all like, wait a minute, isn't it a dome?
Right? Even the announcer said that. Are we playing in a dome?
Yeah.
They cleared the field, they cleared the stands. It's like, I know the sides are open, but come on. It's a dome. So look at it. It's a dome.
I don't know.
It's a ramp. I don't know. It'll be in a butt plug, I guess.
It almost looks like one. All right. It almost looks like one. All right. How do you want to start this? Okay, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers here.
We always start with looking at the numbers. Let's look at how. Let's look at the numbers.
Yes. Yeah. Did I do it right? No, I did it backwards. Huh? Let's get these numbers first. Quarterbacks. Okay, let's start. There you go. There we go. Let's start with the quarterbacks.
Okay, that's how you want to start. We'll start with the quarterbacks.
All right, Asylum, you said we were not going to do nothing until Geno Smith gets bench hurt or sent home or whatever. Everyone was calling for Geno Smith to be suspended for his actions on flipping off the home crowd. And you said on this Wednesday show, oh, okay, well, just wait till he goes to LA because that's the real, it's gonna get real not great for Geno Smith.
He thought the first one was bad. You thought the first one was bad. Now you're really going to get fans, and LA fans of that. I mean, come on, LA and Oakland fans, remember the batteries, all that other shit, coming. And that was at the opposing team.
Allegedly.
Now you do something stupid like this and then give a fake ass apology. One that what was it described as a 2-year-old who got in trouble on the playground and his dad made him go back to that kid to apologize is what you get. You thought the booing was bad that game. Just wait.
Oh, yes.
Be careful. There might be a fuck Geno chant started.
Oh, yes. And I don't think he's going to be shaking any hands there either. So.
Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be heard on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Just
like you said, the AB chants on that Monday night game.
It's going to be heard. It's going to be known. I'm sure the people who are watching the game on TV are going to be on that chant, and it's just going to be heard nationwide.
It's what brought all of us together. Okay, let's look at these numbers right here.
World record too, a Guinness Book of World Records.
It was heard around the world. Geno Smith 2-9 record. Justin Herbert 7-4 record. Look at that. Geno Smith 6-6-6.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to bring that going. See, he's the devil. Whose ball is the devil? Geno Smith is the devil.
66.6 completion percentage to Justin Herbert, 66.5. Geno Smith 2,367 passing yards to Justin Herbert's 2,691 passing yards average. 6.7 Geno to Justin's 7.2 passing yards again. 215 Geno to 244 Justin. Touchdowns 13-19 in favor of Justin. Here you go. This is always we circle it every single time. 13 interceptions.
Put it on the graphic. Get it so you can do it with your telestrator. So we can just circle it every time we got to pop it up.
Right there. 13. 13 interceptions to 9. Quarterback rate 82-94 in favor of Justin Herbert. 37 rushing attempts to 54 in favor of Justin Herbert. 110 rushing yards to 345 in favor of Justin Herbert. 3.0 rushing yards per attempt to 6.4 in favor of Herbert. And of course, Herbert has a touchdown.
Give him a chance to rush. Sorry.
Hesitation also, Geno. Hesitation.
I had to do all the other, that side of Raider Nation because, it's out there.
Yeah, the coach over there too for the offense line is not. Okay, we'll see what happens. Let's just say we'll see what happens. If it is, in fact, Chip Kelly who was trying to sabotage.
We will find out Sunday if it was Chip Kelly or not.
Yes. All right. We already saw the quarterbacks. Let's look at the playmakers of the teams. There you go. Ashton Jeanty, 166 attempts, 604 yards, 4 touchdowns, long 64. Geno Smith is your second leading rusher, 37 attempts, 110 yards. We already said that. No touchdowns, long 20. Troy Tuck is your leading receiver by yards, 41 receptions, 530 yards, 5 touchdowns, 61, along with 61. And Brock Bowers is your second leader with 45 receptions, 510 yards, 3 touchdowns,
and
along with 30. Missing with 3, yes. That's sad though, because your leading receiver, 41 touches or 41 receptions. Brock Bowers, his offense is so backwards.
Hey, hold on. Brock Bowers was the leading receiver last year too.
Yeah.
It's fine because Brock Bowers is kind of that hybrid tight end wide receiver kind of position. So it's not too sad there. It's just the fact that those numbers, these numbers are skewed. It's ugly and skewed. The Ashton Jeanty attempts should be fucking almost 300 attempts by now.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, he should be having close to 100 receptions already.
Yeah. Looking at the Chargers side, Kimani Vidal is your leading rusher. 96 attempts, 417 yards, 2 touchdowns, along with 38. Justin Herbert, your second leading rusher, 54 attempts, 345 yards, one touchdown, with a long of 41. Lad McConkey is your leading receiver for the Chargers, 54 receptions, 644 yards, 4 touchdowns, along with 58. And Keenan Allen still doing it, 56 receptions, 592 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a long of 31. And let's look at the overall numbers that's on them. What are we dealing with here? Okay, here we go. Raiders offense. Overall offense under Chip Kelly. 298.9 yards a game, which is 30th. 79.5 of that is on the ground, which is 31st. We were supposed to fix that. They didn't fix that. 189.5, which is 25th. That's in the air, And then 15.0, which is 35th. I'm sorry, 35th, 31st.
Yeah, no, it feels about right. It feels about 35th. I know there's only 32 teams, but goddamn.
They include the Oilers. They include the first Browns, the original Browns. I know they're the Ravens now, but they include the first. No.
If that's the case, then the Baltimore Colts as well.
Exactly.
And the New York Titans. And
going all the way back to the 1920s now. The Chargers offense. The Chargers offense, 347.3, back to the leather helmets, which is 12th in the league. That's overall yards a game. 115.7 is on the ground, which ranks 17th. 231.5 is in the air, which ranks 11th. And 22.4 points a game, which is 20th. Raiders defense, 321.6 yards they give up, which is 14th. 103.4 of that is on the ground, which is 13th. Passing yards, they give up 218.3, which is 18th. And points per game is 25.2, which is 23rd. The Chargers defense, pretty good. 286.1 yards to give up, which is 5th overall. 132.8 of that is on the ground, which is ranked 16th. 172.3 is 4th, which is in the air. And 21.6 points a game they give up, which is 10th. Asylum, looking at these numbers.
So, in other words, you're saying we should be able to run against this team.
That's what we said about the Cowboys, and we try to throw against them.
I'm just saying that's all I see. We should be able to run against this team.
We're trying to find a crack of hope.
Look, we sure the hell can't beat them with the pass. I mean, against the pass, they are what, 5th? 4th, right? That's what it says.
They are 4th.
So they're 4th against the pass. You got Geno Smith, where we're 25th. So yeah, we ain't passing on this fucking team. The only chance in hell we got to even make it close is Ashton Genty. And I guess we'll see if it was Pete Carroll who didn't want to run the ball or if it was Chip Kelly who didn't want to run the ball.
Yeah, and just looking at those final.
If it's identical to when Chip Kelly was here, then you know Chip Kelly's just a scapegoat, and it's been Pete Carroll this whole time. Yeah,
and just looking at these the final numbers again of Chip Kelly. 25th in pass offense, 31st in rushing offense, 28th in red zone efficiency, 25th in third down efficiency, 30th in total offense, 31st in scoring. This is not what we hoped for. Now we have Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen. This is going to be his third time calling the offense for the Raiders. Really, in the last 10 years, a little over 10 years, he's been an offensive coordinator three times. The last time, though, and not like it's going to make it better now because it's too late for us to try to make the playoffs. But the last time he carried John Gruden's play, he carried over and the play calling and helped get this team to the playoffs in that year. So, like you said, Simon, all depends on we'll see who it is who's really calling the shots in this one. If the sabotage is real, or if it's just the quarterback, or if it's just the offensive line coach, because they're saying that we'll fix the protections based on the situations or whatever. And now it's kind of like, not that I'm gonna do it, not that I have it right here, but now you really got to kind of watch all the past press conferences after each game and listen to Pete Carroll again and be like, was he trying to hint that it wasn't him? But then he threw us off with that Cowboy game.
The only thing next I see is if it's a repeat of what it's been throughout the rest of the season, right? Does this mean Brandon's going to be gone next after this game when we come back?
I doubt it.
Is Brandon Carroll going to be gone? Is Geno Smith going to be gone?
I just don't see it happening.
Get rid of all the problems, right?
I feel like every episode I give a personal, like a situation that a long time ago, I still have it. It's just
far, far away.
or like in Golden Girls. Picture it, 1943, Sicily. No. So I have my old. I have my old. That's my grandma's favorite show. So I represent the Golden Girls. I have an old Monte Carlo. Okay, 1984 Monte Carlo. It's still in my driveway. So I couldn't pass smog. So the guy at the place, the guy next to Sonitis, you know Asylum, the guy that place next to Sonitis. So I went over there, got me a burrito, came back. How's it going? Oh, you didn't pass. Went back to Sonitis, got a second burrito to console me. Anyways, he said, "Oh, you need to go. I think you're no." He goes, "Take your car to a repair shop, a smog repair shop, so they can fix it so you can pass smog." I said, "Okay." I took it to this place right over here, right outside of the city, and they said, "Oh, you need a new catalytic converter." And I said, "Okay, how much is that?" "Oh, that's about at the time. Okay, we're talking early 2000s, $1,300. So okay, fine. So I did that. Take it back to the smog guy, and he said, "You're still not passing the test. What'd you do?" I said, "Well, the guy told me I need a new catalytic converter." And he said, "Okay, well, that's the case. You need to go back there and tell him that he messed up. You need to go call the state for the Better Business Bureau to get your money back." I said, "Why you said that for?" He said, "Because there's a procedure. You go from carburetor to there was another thing, and then catalytic converter. If the catalytic converter is what you change first, that means everything else should have been good. So if that's not working out, he went for the most expensive thing for you to charge." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh." So I went and did everything he said. I got my money back. I got to keep the catalytic converter, and then we was able to fix what was actually, I think it was the carburetor was acting up again. So I was able to pass smog. But the moral of the story was, I believe Chip Kelly was your catalytic converter. You had other things in there that's like, wait a minute. You have your quarterback, and we can clearly see, okay, well, maybe it's not the quarterback. Maybe it's the line. Okay, it's the line, because how can you want to play when you have Forsythe, who is your second tackle, trying to go one-on-one with Myles Garrett with the Browns, 10 sacks, like. But then it could be like, okay, well, maybe that's play design. Okay, well, I don't know. But see, we're going to see now if we're going to pass the smog test against the Chargers with Khalil Mack with a half arm. and we'll see how this pass rush.
He had that injury against us.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. No. But we're going to see it. This is the smog test, okay, Asylum? This is the smog test to see, was it Chip Kelly?
Our smog just got worse.
Factors? Black smoke. Silver and black smoke everywhere. Put into the stadium. All right, Asylum. Let's look at who was going to be playing, who's been rolled out, all that great stuff. Here we go. All right, Asylum. Looking at these numbers right here. Look at these right here. Max Crosby is atop of the list of on the injury report with the knee injury. Light practice on Wednesday, but full on, he's going to be playing, of course. Tyler Lockett got injured in this last game, ankle and quad. He was full practice on Wednesday, but light practice probably just kind of give him rest. He should be playing. Michael Mayer is out again with an ankle, though. Ankle injury. Jordan Meredith, he's questionable with the ankle, so maybe will we see one of our rookies, or is Kappa going to play center? Sad.
We're not. It's Pete Carroll. He's made it clear. I don't start rookies.
They're not ready. Your veterans ain't ready either, so I don't know what's going on. Trey Tucker, wide receiver, knee, light practice on Wednesday, full practice. He should be playing. Adam Butler, illness is considered questionable. Darnay Holmes, illness, which is considered questionable. And Zamir White, who's been inactive for the last, I don't know how many weeks, so he's probably going to be rolled out again. So, yes. And then looking at the Chargers, only 3 guys. You have Omarion Hampton, running back, ankle. He's out. Trey Harris, wide receiver, jaw. Hope it's not lockjaw. He should be playing. And Otito.
Apparently.
Was
it Tom Cable?
Tom Cable
in there. Was it Tom Cable? Come on, you can be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say Romanowski punches you in the eye. Tom Cable punches you in the jaw. See no evil. Can't speak no evil. But who's the one that's going to smack them in the ear to not hear no evil? Oh, no, I know who that is. That is Jim Gray, I believe, when he tried to ask that one wrestler a long time ago, is WWF fake? And he smacked him in the ear. I think that was Jim Gray. Got his eardrum knocked out. Jim Gray is the hear no evil. Otito Ogbonia, D tackle elbow. Unspecified if he's going to play or not. Chargers did not practice on Thursday. Thursday report is an estimate. So that is your injury report for this asylum. Do you have any keys to this game? And hey, okay, we're going back into the smog check. Okay, we're gonna go do a smog check now.
Do not make Aiden O'Connell a healthy scratch.
That's key number one. I'll take that.
That's all I got.
But you know, and I want to say off that, if everyone keeps reporting that, oh well, just this team doesn't trust Kenny Pickett, why would you waste a draft pick to trade him over here? And then two, if you don't trust Kenny Pickett, and now you have Aiden O'Connell back healthy, why don't you put Pickett on the emergency third and bring in O'Connell as your second? Asylum, I know you have a theory on that one.
Yeah, it's because we know Aiden O'Connell is the only person on the team that can and will beat out Geno Smith. They will call for Aiden O'Connell if he's on that backup spot. The whole stands are not going to say fuck Geno. They're going to say Aiden, Ramrod,
no.
Ramrod.
There you go. You know, there you go. Ramrod.
They're going to call for Farva. Then Farva's going to come out and outplay him. And then that's just going to prove Pete Carroll wrong, that Geno is not the guy, and try to force his hand. And that's that. I mean, it's to me, it's clear as the day. He's scared of Aiden O'Connell. So when Aiden O'Connell broke his wrist, Pete Carroll had a sigh of relief. Right? Oh, good. I don't have to worry about this. And then for as long as he could, he's kept Aiden O'Connell off the fucking active roster. Then he comes back, and he has to be on the active roster, and now he's a healthy scratch because we got too many quarterbacks. I mean, you're wasting a spot on the roster. There's only 53 spots. Aiden O'Connell's got one of them. Just to play this game with Aiden O'Connell. Because he's better than Geno fucking Smith.
I was going to say, this reminds me of that movie, Rudy. Rudy keeps trying to, does what he has to do, make grades, problems at home, but he's still staying focused to play for Notre Dame. And then his last chance in his final eligible year in college, they weren't going to suit him, and all the players put their jerseys on the lock. All the players should put their jerseys on Pete Carroll's desk. If there's no more spots from the play, then I'm not playing. Because I want Aiden O'Connell on this in the active roster. And then the whole stand's gonna be like, Ramrod. And he goes out there and he throws one touchdown and beats, and in that last touchdown beats the Chargers. Then they carry him off the field. And Pete Carroll's hard.
God, don't get my hopes up like that. That's all I have to say. Don't get my hopes up.
Or nothing.
Yes. His 3
his money.
All coaching contracts are guaranteed.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not guaranteed that he'll be here. He'll just be another guy that Mark Davis is paying. And I want to bring this up. Because I don't have the video, but you know who I'm kind of jealous of? I'm kind of jealous of the Colts.
The Colts?
The Colts, yes, the Colts. You wanna know why?
Because they got Daniel Jones?
No. Because they have, what's her name? The owner's daughter. Jim Irsay's daughter. Is it his daughter, right? The daughter she took over. She's out there with the headset, and she's standing next to the coach. My microphone go out. There we go. She's standing next to the coach, and she's she's taking notes and everything. And I saw an interview, or I saw that they interviewed her, and she goes, "Well, when you're paying these people $1 million, millions of dollars, I want to know what's going on to make sure that, is it this guy? Is it that guy? Is it that guy?" And I wish, because that's what we had with Al Davis. Yeah, you can say it's meddling by the owner, but at least Al Davis has a football background to go off of that. She don't have a football background, but she's sitting there and trying to figure it out. So she knows how to make the calls, because this is her. She was inherited by her father, Mark Davis. You should kind of take notes from that. Go stand in the side next to her and go figure out how she figured it out. Because all these guys that keep trying to go and put in front of you, I'm not the football guy. I'm just the guy that brought the team over here to Las Vegas. Go stand next to her and figure out how to take this class in owning a football team and being accountable. Because there's a picture I saw online. I don't have it. I do have it on my phone, but I don't have it. Where he's sitting there laughing it up with people in his booth while he gave his other a box to Deion Sanders over there cheering for his son as he threw like the only two big passes in that game, that beat us. But he's over there laughing it up, just talking to everybody. Like no, okay? Because Al Davis, Asylum, you've been to many games. I've been to many games in the Coliseum. Not that we can see him, trying to find, because there's a lot of times I try to find which one is Al Davis, which booth is Al Davis. But and Al Davis, if the team is losing 30-something to whatever, or just if the team was just losing and it looked bad, Al Davis is sitting there like this.
Oh,
and you saw
the wheels turning in Al Davis's head. Who am I going to fire?
Yeah, I don't care. He's like, I don't care if I don't care. I would drop you. You're making my team. I built this team from the ground up. I built this team, and you guys are destroying my team. He's sitting up there. He's getting on. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a phone, like the president's phone. There's a red phone down there.
The red phone.
You be on the sideline, and all you hear is the old school rotary. the bells. Who was it's out. And they look up in the booth, and they was all like, I think he wants you to answer the phone. Answer the phone. Okay, answer the phone. Okay. Yes, Mr. Davis. What kind of calls are you calling down there? That is not what we talked about on the chalkboard. What kind of coverage is that? What are you doing? We bump and run, and that's what we do, and we pressure the quarterback. What do you got? What kind of call? What are you guys doing down there? Well, Mr. Davis, I don't want to hear no excuses. You better turn this on right now, or don't come back on Monday. Don't come back tomorrow. You got Mark Davis over here. I got my blonde over here next to me, to show that I have status. I got a blonde, even though I'm blonde and I have, whatever, but I got my blonde over here to show that I'm powerful with my white Raider long sleeve.
You got Mark Davis saying this.
I'm sorry, Mark Davis, but you need to smarten up. Stop getting all these guys. Well, Tom Brady's my best friend. Look what we did with the Aces. This is not the Aces. This is the Raiders. This is not WNBA.
This is not women's basketball.
As much as they hit harder than the NFL does now, because I've seen some of these highlights what they do to Caitlin Clark. They smack her around, but this is not the WNBA, okay? Go down there on the sideline and stand next to Pete Carroll, stand next to somebody like Homegirl when the Colts, and figure out what's going wrong. Oh, I got my football people on it. Yeah, how many football people have you had on it for the last 11 years? 11, 12, 13 years?
And again,
14 years.
put Patrick Graham back up in the fucking booth.
Yeah.
Get him off the sidelines and put his ass back up in the booth.
So, I don't know if we'll get flagged on this.
I mean, I would usually say I would like to be a fly on the wall, but no, I'd like to be a person in the board meeting, just being able to say, hey, this is what we see. How come you can't fucking see it?
Even like, hi, I represent the fans, and this is what I feel.
If
we listen to the fans,
I'll
we'll
go
be
old
sitting.
school Al Davis, and I'll bring out the overhead projector, just to be able to prove my points and circle the problems and see what I'm seeing, and then we'll do a tape, right, of Pete Carroll's interviews with slides, so we can be able to pause everything and be able to say, this is bullshit. You're being conned. Get your shit together.
Mark Davis has been being conned for the last, I don't know. It's been
2011.
Well, yeah, when he took over, I'll give that year a mulligan because Al Davis started that year. And he passed away against.
I'll even go as far as we can even take the Gruden years out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think he was getting conned then. Gruden,
no,
it took longer than people expected, but Gruden was having the team turn around, and it was proven when Bisaccia took over and continued running Gruden schemes and made the playoffs.
I just wanted to say that because it's just I keep seeing videos of she pop up and she's on the side, literally standing with the sideline, and not just a little earpiece like the quarterbacks wear in preseason where they have the earpiece just to listen to the play call and then see on the field. She has a full on headset with the microphone, and then the thing's up, but she has the full headset on, and she's standing there with a notepad. Huh?
And she's hearing absolutely everything.
She's hearing everything. In a little interview I saw, she said, yeah, like it's so crazy how an NFL football franchise is so it's a crazy intricate organism of all these different things that are happening. So you can really be like, you watch it on the field and be like, oh, well, that receiver ran around. He probably ran the wrong route. And then you're listening to it as you're watching it. Oh, well, no. Actually, that was the wrong play call by this guy, whether it's quarterback or the OC. So it wasn't the receiver's fault. It was actually supposed to go this way, and so she's listening and she's able to dissect as she's on, in real time. And that's what if Mark Davis is really serious about the team like that. This is my father's legacy that I want to carry through, and well, then get your bowl cut down there and put a headset on and stand there. Al Davis didn't need a headset. He could see everything was going on. He don't need a headset.
Oh, he just watched the players. I mean, how many times did he go on the bus? Oh, they were really killing us in that A gap, weren't they?
Yeah.
Listen to the books out there, because even Warren Sapp talked about, what are you talking about? Then they come back and watch film. Oh shit, he was right. They were killing us in the A gap.
I bet you Al Davis had the old school the old school like CB radio, and he's listening to everything going on. Okay, I'm trying to think of a coach that let's say Joe Bugle. Okay, Joe Bugle. Yeah, we're gonna run this play and this and that. Joe Bugle goes, no, hold on. What kind of front do you see up there? Oh, we see a four-man front, and then we got, so it's a 4-3, three lineman. Okay, and now David's like, run the play I told you to play in practice. Okay, override. We're gonna run the Al Davis play. Over. Okay, go. All right, run the play. Run the play, Jeff George. Run the play. Okay. Interception. Oh, what you guys do?
I remember. What was it? The last probably two quarterbacks that called their own plays?
Yeah.
Ken Stabler and probably Plunkett.
Yeah.
They were the last quarterbacks to call their own plays based off of what they saw on the field. Every other coach since then has been, no, it's my way, my plays. If you don't like it, you can fucking get your ass out of here.
Yeah. Vincent says, do we guys have any name of any assistant coaches that you want as Raiders head coach? Not yet, but we're gonna put that together.
I do have one that I wouldn't mind seeing in there.
Okay.
It's been talked about and everything. Patrick Graham.
Give him a shot with the Raiders.
Give him a shot, right? He's been with the Raiders organization. The players on the team, love him. He's young enough. It's a defense. I get it. He's a defensive mind, not an offensive mind. But I think he's smart enough to know to bring in the offensive coaches that he's going to need. And there's a lot of people who like Patrick Graham, coaches-wise, that I think might be willing to come over on the offensive side of the ball and come and be a coach for him. I wouldn't mind seeing Patrick Graham elevated.
I wouldn't mind it because he's not a new guy coming into a situation not understanding what's going on. 2, he already has familiarity with the players, and he's already highly respected in there. Then you can elevate Rob Leonard to be the defensive coordinator, because Honda keeps talking about that. He's also a hot commodity that people want to take him over, or poach him to come and be their team's defensive coordinator. So have him be defensive coordinator, and you just get a guy who, I don't know, an up and coming like a quarterback coach or whatever, or we'll see what happens, because Greg Olsen hasn't been bad, but he wasn't really the play.
He's had ups and downs.
Well, look at his first year he had Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor didn't get developed enough, and though Terrell Pryor was a project, after Dennis Allen was let go and they had Sperano, and then Mark Davis wanted to go another route, and that's where he went with Jack Del Rio. But when they went to go draft Derek Carr in that second year, Terrell Pryor was basically off the team. You had a good quarterback in Derek Carr, young quarterback. John Gruden brought back Olsen. But Olsen was just the guy probably helping with the putting the game plan together. He didn't call plays until 2021. So, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no. I mean, like I said, ups and downs, right? I mean, you look early. He got better over his time of learning how to be an offensive coordinator, right? It's showing here. 24th, 23rd. He gets a decent, 31st is where he started with Derek Carr. Then he has the space, comes back with Derek Carr, then jumps up, then 10th, and then obviously drops down a little bit into 18th. But that was also, like you said, there was a whole bunch of distractions, everything going besides
Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs. All that. So is Greg Olsen a bad choice as offensive coordinator? Not necessarily. He knows the Raiders. He knows Patrick Graham. I love the idea of bringing up Rob Leonard as defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Now you have an experienced offensive coordinator who may be with an Aiden O'Connell, right? Who could maybe be able to build a quarterback, okay? Not necessarily a young quarterback, a quarterback that's more of Greg Olsen's style, right? I mean, Derek Carr, Aiden O'Connell, they got similarities.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fucking Geno Smith. I guarantee you that much.
Hopefully.
And everything going. I mean, maybe we draft another young guy. We have a young guy that was Tom Brady's, choice. But, Greg Olsen is not necessarily a bad choice depending on what other options are out there.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, do you start with a new offensive coordinator? I mean, not new, but like a young offensive coordinator, like his first time up and coming, like quarterback coach or something. Yeah.
Or do you go with a little bit of experience?
Yeah.
To be able to help a first time head coach, right? I mean, in going. I think that those three could be a good combination right there.
Yeah, because everyone keeps saying, because I read a lot of the comments when you have like this press conferences of Raiders and post game whatever, and a lot of folks are like, we need to fire Patrick Graham. But it's not really Patrick Graham's fault when when your offense keeps putting you in situations where now your defense is going to take the blame for a touchdown when your offense do an interception, and now the opposing offense is starting on our own 20 yards. They're already in the red zone.
Even in fact, you got a head coach like Pete Carroll, who is known for a defense he put together, right? The Legion of Boom, the Seattle defense. You cannot tell me, and I've read articles as well. I believe it was Q Myers brought it up on one of his shows, and how obvious it is that this is not a Patrick Graham defense. This is a hybrid between Patrick Graham and Pete Carroll defense, which is not working.
Yeah. What is up? Raiders first and downs. Is that Jason Downs? I wonder if that's Jason Downs.
It probably is. Because the ass island.
It's probably just autocorrect. Well, yeah, I mean, we're gonna put a list together. We're gonna put a list. See, we know our people. We know our people in here.
Even when they change their name.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of people in here that get like, remember in Cheers when Norm would walk in, Norm, rest in peace, Norm. That's Vincent. That's Jason. That's Edward Winchell. Those are our norms. Norm. Which I just thought about that. Mind blown. Norm, you're normal guys. Norm. Oh my God.
Norm, yeah.
I just got that. I just got that joke. Or that reference. Some 30 years later. Anyways. All right. We're gonna start putting our list together because we just hope that we didn't have to. We hate doing that. It's all over again. But at this point, it's like just do it.
I'm at that point though. And you know me. Since we started the show, I've been not doing nothing but preaching consistency at head coach, continuity. That has been my preach. And I'm to the point. Get rid of Pete Carroll, blow this shit up, and let's bring in somebody different.
It's
give them the shot. Sign them to that 5-year deal and give them 5 fucking years.
And a good quarterback or a rookie. I'd rather grow with a rookie, and so we all understand. Okay, he's gonna go through his growing pains. But we can understand that. The reason why Geno Smith, and he might be in his feelings but it's like you came in here. 3rd round pick we traded for you. You got the 66.5. Why is it all sixes? 66.5. So you made a deal with the devil. That's why. 66.5. Sin City. Contract guaranteed.
The
devil. And you're not performing like we were. I don't know. Tom Brady doesn't age. That could be it. But
could be Tom Brady.
But you came in and we were thinking, okay, you're not the long-term guy, but you could at least be the jump start to get it going. And then because that's what we all think, that's the obvious common sense thing is we bring him in to be that bridge guy to just at least to show that this offense is working, and then we could hand it over to the young guy that we drafted or whatever, and then continue it on, but it's not working. So we'll see how it is.
It's clearly not. It's clearly not working, and it is time to cut bait. It's time to pull in Al Davis. Cut bait early.
Yeah, early. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got a 3-year contract. Yeah, cut bait early because I don't think Pete Carroll has it in him to rebuild this team. Pete Carroll doesn't have the time, contract-wise, to rebuild this team. And we don't know who the fuck was supposed to try to take it over when it was his time to step down, to be able to continue. Like Bisaccia did with Gruden, right? He continued that philosophy that got us to the playoffs.
That's what Al Davis did when he moved Gruden when he sent him to the Buccaneers. He stayed with Callahan to continue because the offense was working. So why am I going to start all over again? That's the common sense stuff that Mark Davis didn't pay attention to. And I don't want to put up Mark Davis's coaching flaws because we already know that. But how about we get a coach who turns it around and goes, Al Davis, you say cutting bait early. This is since John Gruden in the first term. Bill Callahan, 2 years. I don't care if you made it to the Super Bowl. That wasn't your team. That was Gruden's team. We went 4-12 the year after with the same players, even though they were much older. Cut. North Turner, I only gave you a chance because what's his name? I read this article. It was the Miami coach. He just got into the Hall of Fame. He just retired from Fox. I'm forgetting his name. He was a Dallas coach and he went to the Dolphins and then he was doing Fox for a long time. You know what I'm talking about, the head coach.
Yeah. God damn.
I'm forgetting his name. I'm forgetting his name right now. Who?
Wasn't it Johnson? No.
Yes, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson told Al Davis, hey, man, give North Turner a second shot. I know he didn't do well in Minnesota. I know he didn't do well with the Washington Redskins, but I think he can turn his team around. There you go. See, Jason Downs too. Jimmy Johnson. He can turn his team around. And they brought him in with Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon gets hurt against the Buccaneers. And then they had as a backup, they had Kerry Collins. Didn't work out. Cut him in 2 years. Art Shell, who we brought back, who he cut after they went 8-8 in the last year in Los Angeles, came to Oakland. He said, "No, I'm going fresh with Mike White." Cut Art Shell, brought him back 1 year. Okay, 1 year. He had 2-14. Cut him. Lane Kiffin, one season and 4 games. Cut him. Tom Cable, he elevated him after 2 seasons. Cut him. Hugh Jackson, that's when he passed away. Al Davis, but yeah, you're right. Al Davis all like, hey, I'm not happy with the way they're looking. I don't care. There is just win, baby, but I know this is not going to. What you guys are doing is not going to sustain a success. Going somewhere else. Can't keep doing it over and over again. Well, I understand that, yeah, but now we're all ready to, you know what? Just rip the whole thing, get the sledgehammer, and knock these walls down.
Hey, I want to go back to an empty lot and see the construction site there, ready to start rebuilding.
Yes. So that's I'm ready. You're ready. Because I feel like the Raiders have been they're like that. They're like that athlete that no, I don't need surgery. I can still play. And they're like 50%. And then they'll make a play and then they're injured. And then no, you need surgery. I know, but if I get this surgery, it's gonna take me 2 years to be healthy again. So I'm going to try again next year. Okay. So we try to heal it on its own. It's still not working. You still got a broken bone there, whatever it is.
Achilles. We're talking about building and everything. It's like somebody sees a wall falling down. So what do? They go get a 2x4, prop it up against the wall, and say it's fixed. Right? You got that 2x4 at the angle, just holding the wall up. One swift kick, and it all comes tumbling down. But no, it's fixed. It'll hold. It's good.
Over here in the Bay Area. No. And then that little 2.0, 3.0 trimmer. Oh God. Okay. Get the duct tape. Get the twisties, the bread ties, and meet me in the. We gotta go meet me in the basement because part of the foundation is falling down. Let's put this pole here. Okay. Duct tape it around about 6 times. All right. Twisties. Okay. Anyways. We every Friday show, this one is Saturday, we do a thing called Know Your History. And this is the proof.
History.
This is the game that shows proof that there was a win for the Raiders in SoFi Stadium. So Saddam, I'm gonna let you get that reel of film up so we can play this. This is Know Your History 2020 Raiders at the Chargers. Raiders get their only win in SoFi Stadium. Here we go, Saddam. Play that beautiful bean footage.
And all you Raiders out there need to know your fucking history.
Hey, we're feeling saucy today.
Raiders and the Chargers ready to go.
It's open for you as well.
And it is shut down.
has been so good against the run this season. Drops Reed for a loss of 1 and makes it 4th down. Jacobs coming off his first 100-yard game of the season. Uses a stiff arm to shed the defender and get close to a first down.
He's got the throw complete. And Ingold battles for the first down. 3rd down and 10 in Charger territory at the 42. Takes a snap at the gun. Rolls out to the right. Fires complete. Got a first down. And a cutback. 30, 25. And now down is Jalen Richard, the 3rd down back at the 22. Nice run after the catch by number 30.
On first down, it's Booker. His first carry of the day. Down the sideline and in. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Booker untouched from 23.
Yeah, it would have been a touchdown and flag football as well. Nobody didn't touch me. I was like just cruising. Book made a good run. I mean, he really didn't have to do nothing for it, just run, but it was a good play.
Gonna go for it on 4th down and 1. They bring Balaj back in and toss it to him. And in his Chargers debut, he's got a touchdown. Kalen Balaj into the end zone to cap off a long drive for Los Angeles. 3rd and 1. First time they've been in 3rd and short today. He's leading the way. Jacobs off the right side behind an Ingold block with a stiff arm. Lunging for the pylon and in for the Raider touchdown.
But if you ever see them dudes run, I mean, it's crazy. I've never seen big guys run that good and that fluently.
They have changed things up with that defensive front.
Works off play action. Feels the pressure coming. He's going to go down. 2nd sack. This one from Max Crosby. His team leading 5th. Using a lot of time here and still just at the 27. Herbert steps up into the pocket. Lets it go to a wide open Allen. Touchdown Los Angeles. Extra point ties the game at 14 with 19 seconds.
There's 19 seconds remaining.
Typically in this situation, you try to do what you call a safe play.
So the Raiders going to stop the clock with 12 seconds. So John does want to take a shot at a possible long field goal here at the end of the half.
Carr has it knocked out of there, and the Chargers have it at the 27. A massive turnover with 5 seconds remaining in the half.
Again, that's my call. We scored with 25 seconds left against New England in a 2-minute drill. If you look at the play, Waller's wide open. Unfortunately, the ball got knocked out. We gave up a big 3rd and 15. Then we gave up a touchdown, and we wanted to try to get in long-range field goal position with Carlson.
Darren Waller's running wide open for a touchdown. I go over to throw it to him. They knock it out of my hand, and it's kind of like your heart just sinks. You know, it just drops out of your chest.
Chargers 17, Raiders 14.
We went into the locker room and it was a little bit quiet. I was trying to get everybody up because we were dominating that half. I felt like it didn't matter what the score was. We just had to bring the energy in the second half, and I thought we absolutely did that. We came out and got after them.
A good return, 30, 35, out past the 40, almost to the 45-yard line.
10, Chargers bring in 4, picked up. Carr with time, launches for Aguilar, behind the knee for the touchdown. The veteran Nelson Aguilar has it from 45, and the Raiders jump right back in front. Richard, the fantastic pass-catching running back in. He leaks out as Carr scrambles to his right, launches the ball down the field. Behind the knee, it's Renfro. What a throw on the move from Carr. Carr scans the field, steps up, he tucks it and takes off. Leaps for a first down. How about Carr putting on a show? Back of the end zone. Waller with strong hands and a touchdown. What a start to this second half for Las Vegas, and they extend the lead to 2 scores.
Jackpot, baby. Touchdown, Vegas. 28-20, 8-point lead.
This feels like a big drive for the Chargers, who went 3 and out on their first drive of this half. It is play action. Look at the throw it back. It's the fullback Neighbors in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion. Rolls to his right, looks back to the left. It's not there, so he tries to run. Stays on his feet, makes a move, and gets stymied at the 2. The Raiders ultimately slam the door and hold on to the 2-point lead. 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders. Carr out of the gun. Chargers bring in pressure. Carr lets it go. It's incomplete. 4th down. A.J. Hill back to return this punt from A.J. Cole. Hill lost have it, getting a takeaway on special teams. Carlson from 31 to extend the lead to 31-26.
For the Raiders trying to close it out. They lead it, but it's only 5, 31-26.
Can they flip the script here? 2nd and goal, 6 seconds to go, down 5 from the 4-yard line.
When Mike Williams came to line up the first time on 2nd down, I was like, okay, he already beat me on a fade once. So I would think that they would try to go to him again. I think he may have almost caught the ball, but I just felt like fighting through to the ground was going to make a difference.
The ball comes out.
I didn't know that there was going to be 1 second left. I thought that would be the last play.
1 second, they'll have another chance.
Absolutely knew that one was coming. The first time he came to line up, PG called a timeout, and I was like, okay, they didn't bring him out here for no reason.
1 second, here's the ball game. Herbert will float it right side. It is Parham. Did he catch it? He did.
I felt it. I pulled it. I mean, I pulled the ball out of his hands, especially on the second one. I was like, hey, there's no way.
Did he hang on? It is going to review.
Let's check it out here. Oh, that is an incomplete pass.
The receiver did not maintain control of the ball throughout the process of the catch. It's incomplete. Game over.
And that is it. The Raiders 31, the Chargers 26.
Knowing that how hard this team works and how close we are and the weapons and the tools that we have and the mind and the character we have, we feel like every game we go into, no matter who's up, no matter who's playing, no matter who's starting, no matter who's the backup, we have a chance to win every game, no matter where it is, what time, or where we play. So we try to prepare that way, and that's how we prepared this week. I had no idea I was going to have that many reps in the game, but I prepared throughout the week for it.
I missed that team.
I missed that fucking kind of football. What are you talking about? Shit.
I don't feel that way now where no matter what team we're playing, who's starting, who's out there, who's playing, where we're at, whatever, we're going to have nope. Not with the way it's been, not with our quarterback, not with our head coach. I don't know what's going to happen with the new offensive coordinator-ish, newish. But we'll see what happens. Vincent, yes. Yeah, so Asylum, do we have a chance?
We got a 99.99999% chance we're losing this game.
Is Aiden O'Connell going to be active in this game?
That's a 99.99999999999 on a no.
I guess my last question is, because that stadium is going to be a lot of silver and black. I feel like the PA announcer, and if I was him for the Chargers, I would make sure just to see, just to test the waters and how they feel about the Raiders, just to get them, the Raider fans mad and pissed off and all that. All right, we're gonna name the offense first, and starting for the Raiders, Geno Smith. You know,
that's 100% yes.
You think every time Geno Smith steps onto the field, that's what you're going to hear? The boo.
Oh, he's going to get booed. There's going to be chance for benching. There's going to be chance for whoever the fucking backup is for the game. Geno thinks he left the game angry last week. They're going to tape his middle finger down or tape his fingers together when he has to go running during halftime and at the end of the game, just to make sure he can't flip somebody off.
They're going to give him special mittens.
He thinks he got his feelings hurt last week. Oh, it's going to be brutal.
It is going to be raining down on you, the boos. The boo birds are coming. You better be running. Don't flip off your finger. I ran out of words to rhyme with running. Anyways. That's it, right? That's it? Is that all we got? That's all we got.
That's all we got. I mean, it's
wait and see.
I mean, other than your normal statement you've been saying all season.
Yeah.
You know, about ruining your Sunday.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's tomorrow, so we already had Thanksgiving. You know, if you didn't fight with your family, you had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully the Raiders don't irritate if you guys had the 4-day off or the week off, whatever it was, depending on how your job is or what. Let's hope that what's the word? The word is bird. Bird. Ah! Okay, I can't do the voice right now. Look at it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
No, I can't do it.
I can't do the Pee Wee Herman. I can do it. I can't do his actual voice. Not right now.
All right, everybody. I don't know. No, that wasn't even close. I can't get that nasally voice like he has.
Rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. Okay, whatever. Yes. I wish I had that song. The bird. The bird's the word. You got Peter Griffin dancing every time. Anyways, that is our show. Hopefully the Raiders don't ruin. Like I said, if you had a week off, don't piss me off going into work. If you had the 4-day off, don't piss me off until I got to go to work. You know, if you had to work on Friday, but then whatever. Raiders.
You're already pissed off, and the Raiders are just going to continue that going.
Yeah, it is what it is. But whatever. We'll see what happens. I'm not trying to be negative. You know, we're not trying to be negative. It's just the reality of it. So, anyways, that is our show.
Realists in here. Yes, we have our fantasies sometimes, and we look at the paper, and the paper tells us one thing, and that's what we want to believe. But then, you know, Pete Carroll turns around. Pete Carroll, fucking situation, and now we're just realists. We might put up another poll. Should Pete Carroll be fired?
That's gonna be 100%. and then the guy who runs the Pete Carroll YouTube. No. We'll do the old school elementary school when you send a letter to the girl. Yes, no, maybe. Maybe. All right, that's it. That is our show for today. Our Saturday show. We'll be back on Wednesday. Most likely we'll have Miss Peggy. And then we're just gonna look into the future on possible. I'll have a list made of the potential or head coaches that the NFL believes, or let me start over. Potential head coaches the NFL believes, you know, all these writers could be the next head coach to whoever did it.
It's getting to that time of year, yeah.
Yeah, that time of year. Your typical Raider time of year. Who's going to be our next head coach next year? We're going to make it a whole game show. Who wants to be the Raiders head coach? Door number 1. He is a guy who likes to call running plays, but sometimes he likes to use play action. His name is so-and-so, who is the coach for so-and-so. And door number 2, we have a defensive coordinator who likes to blitz a lot, but at the same time, he knows how to use cover too. Let's welcome in defensive coordinator so-and-so for so-and-so. And number 3, no, we're going to do all that. Anyways, Raiders last call tonight, 6 p.m., sub and set alarm. I want to do that. I want to go on. I talked to Jeff too. I wanted to go on. I told Jeff, I said, the way to get a hold of me, if you don't have my phone number, is to go on Messenger on Facebook. Facebook Messenger. So I do want to do that though. We've been trying to catch up on everything because of the holidays are about to start. So we're trying to catch up on everything. And then my stepson had the whole week off.
Maybe we both could make an appearance.
Yeah, my stepson had the whole week off. So, you know, it kind of like you gotta do the whole parent thing now 24/7. You don't get the little 5-hour break, 6-hour break of school, you know, whatever. I don't know if he's watching. He's probably watching right now. Hi, Emiliano. I was just joking. Anyways. All right. That's our show. I still have any last words.
Fire Pete Carroll. Throw it up.
Where's that guy at? We need him.
That's where I'm at. I'm sorry. They broke me. I used to be the optimist. Continuity, but I got broke. Fucking get rid of Pete Carroll. Get rid of Geno Smith. Let's just start this shit from scratch. I don't even care if that means we lose Max Crosby, Aiden O'Connell, every player I want to stay. Just blow this shit up and start from scratch.
Yeah. At least we know not to. Don't get my hopes up. We already know we're building. Okay. It's going to take a while. But once it's up, right? We're going to be good, right? Take over the West, right? Because the Chiefs are breaking down.
We do it now.
Yeah.
We give him the time. Right? Whoever this coach is, he has his time. Yeah. Why not? Why can't we be? We already see the Chiefs on the decline. Come on, it's the Broncos. We don't have to worry about them too much.
No. Bo Nix is doing well, but they're still on the fence. Okay. We're going to keep going on and on and on and on. All right, that other show. We appreciate everyone who watching. We got 10 people watching, 11 people right now watching. We appreciate that. And for us early Saturday morning, you know, we also appreciate that. Not our normal schedule. I don't know. It looks like we should do Saturday morning. What do you think, Asylum? I'm just joking. We all got.
I know, right?
Come back on Wednesday. We'll talk more about whatever's going on. But remember, you heard it first here. You heard it first here. We called it first. There was sabotage going on. We called it like the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks now. Sabotage is going on.
We just don't know which side was sabotaging which side.
We knew there was a saboteur sabotaging this team. Okay, that's it. Appreciate everyone watching. If you're new to this channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Help us out. We are almost to 400. Almost to 400. Our goal was to hit 500. Maybe we'll do something at 500, but we're trying to get to 400. You know, just to say we got to 400. Help us out. A little show that could.
You gotta get to 400 before you get to 500.
Yeah. See, we're doing our own little rebuilding thing, and then when we hit that mark, it's over. Yeah, we're gonna take over the game. Roger Goodell, you ain't gonna stop us now. Oh yeah, dig it. We in every show that we always do with the word from Raider Melt, aka my high school coach, Coach Wallace, always preaching. We preach his word, keep his memory alive. That is it for today. Appreciate everyone watching. Let's see what happens tomorrow in the game. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. Most likely we'll miss Peggy. We'll dive into the future. I'm getting ready to build, and it's gonna be better than ever. We're gonna actually fix it and work it. The draft show, because that's what everyone's waiting for, is the draft. All right, here we go. Peace out, everybody. Have a good weekend, and hope the Raiders don't ruin it on your last day before you're going back to work on your long days off. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
All you other NFL teams, your tailgates are weak. Your teams are weak. We might be down right now, but it doesn't take away the history. And all you Raiders out there need to know your fucking history of who the fuck you playing for and where the fuck you're playing. Damn it. Oh, and by the way, I won my last cage fight. Again, I'm still undefeated. And you NFL motherfuckers out there that you think you want some, come on and get some anytime.